Hi there. It's another tarot sesh with the Can Astrologer. I am going live late night. I'm just popping on, so I don't know who's going to be here or not. But I wanted to do a Pluto and Aquarius reading as we just switched over Pluto into Aquarius up until September. I think it's like around the 12th or so. And then we're going to slip back into Capricorn, and then it'll go Pluto into Aquarius again for the next 20 years. So this is a time of when everything goes into Aquarius, it deals with space and technology and some of we're going to have amazing and crazy things happen to us that's almost as if by magic. And so that's what we're going to kind of get into and see what's in store as we slip into Aquarius, Pluto into Aquarius. So we're going to start out with the Divine Energy Oracle, and then I'm going to pull some tea leaf fortune cards. Then I'm going to do some tarot on top of that and end with a metaphysical cannabis oracle. So we'll just see how long this goes. What do we have for our general collective? For their higher peace, power, prosperity, protection, and power. Peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Yeah. For the greater good. All signs for the general collective. Thank you, spirits. I love this. Okay, so I was just talking about outer space, how the age of Aquarius is about outer space and technology, and it's like extraterrestrial and a lot more. We'll be hearing a lot more about ET and aliens and just the metaphysical and esoteric arts and all of that. People are going to be diving deeper into spirituality and between the 5D and 3D. Oh, and that reminds me, the song that I had on pre-shuffle when I was getting all the cards together. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So we've got Reach for the Stars. I don't know if you can see that. So Reach for the Stars. I'm going to read this since this is live and we've got time. I just have to find it first. Okay, it's card 62. Somebody could be 62 years old, 1962, also 26. 130. So the message is clear. You're an instrument of divine creativity and are being called upon to live upon your true heritage. Your divine energy is calling you to fully claim your unlimited potential by directing your thoughts and emotions solely towards your highest dreams. Support your vision by stabilizing and strengthening your body with a healthy diet and regular exercise, and augment your mental faculties by taking command of your thoughts, focusing only on positive, creative outcome. Don't be swept away by the negative waves of despair that travel the planet. We're going to have a lot of that, just so you know. It's like the battle between good and evil. Spiritual war, basically, is, what we're looking at. And so separate yourself from the unconscious masses and energetically claim and express your divinity. Be brilliant and reach for the stars. This is the best way to serve your goals and help your fellow humans. So that's the underlying energy of this message as we go into this. Top of the deck, we've got go for your dreams. I mean, the two messages couldn't be more clear. Reach for the stars, go for your dreams. That is the main theme as we go into, Pluto into Aquarius. And as I say that, it's 2:22 a.m. on the clock. So you might want to look up angel number 222. So go for your dreams. If it's to travel to Paris, go do it. If it's to become become like a tarot reader, do it. There's a reason. Everybody's going to be waking up. We've already started the whole awakening process, so to speak, right? But they have been forecasting it for years and years, the age of Aquarius, where just things are on a heightened level. And so we're going to see a lot more people awakening and, just like ascending spiritually. So go for your dreams. 43, somebody could be 43 years old. Also maybe born in 1981, or I'm sorry, 91, or something significant about 1991. 91 years old. Okay, reach for your dreams. If I can get to it, or go for your dreams. Are you plagued by regret over dreams unexplored? Do you wonder what might have been had you taken a different road? Do you fear it's too late or that you're too old to pursue your heart's desire at this time? The spirit within is activating your awareness and inviting you to reclaim lost dreams. Yes, some things are gone forever and must be accepted, mourned, and forgotten, but others only appear that way and are really just waiting for you to breathe life into them once again. Your divine energy is calling you to separate what's dead from the merely dormant, bury the dead and accept. Then give the inactive and ignored love in your heart all that you have in order to revive it, whether it's your art, your relationships, or even your health. So it just says, find the courage to go for your dreams and forget excuses or fears. Give your full attention to what wants to live in you today that you've neglected or not supported. Let your inner lover, artist, or adventurer thrive and quit using your intellect and ego to kill these creative parts of you. This creative urge that is trying to emerge will bring new vitality to your life. So take the chance and believe in yourself. Don't hold back. Give your heart your full attention. So that's beautiful. Go for your dreams and reach for the stars. That is the main theme as you go into Pluto into Aquarius. Behind that, we've got laugh at your demons. And it said something about grieving your losses, just like, or mourn your losses. Like, let it happen, feel the feelings, and move on. All right, now we're going to pull some tea leaf fortune cards. So this is absolutely feeling to me like the energy of just, it's going to be more like career-driven, professional-driven, and life-driven too. Whatever it is that your dreams are. What do we have for the general collective? What are the messages for the general collective? As we go Pluto into Aquarius, thank you. Okay, underneath the deck, and we have two decks, but underneath the deck we have Quill, get back to the basics. Okay, what else for the general collective as we go Pluto into Aquarius? Okay, that's it. Then we have January. So this reading is being done in January. It's the first, it's actually the first time that Pluto goes into Aquarius this year. So I feel like, you could be feeling the shift and the calling to get back to the basics. And it's in January. Things have been frozen over. Behind that is the Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. So yeah, that's what this is talking about. Now, what I really love about this is that only 4 cards came out, which is amazing. I've been using the fortune teller cards, or the fortune tea leaf cards. And we've been like having these long, huge readings because multiple have been coming out, but we have 4. So we have scales, keep your life in balance. That's self-explanatory. Then we've got cup, you should accept valid criticism. That's understandable. Then we've got success. This is going to be a time of profound, profound thinking, especially when you're going for your dreams and reaching for your stars. This is what you're reaching for, success, right? And then we've got flowers, happiness. So I'm feeling really good energy on this. Okay, so let's pull some tarot for a general collective. Okay. Cards are wanting to pop out already. One more. Perfect. Okay, the energy going into this. Five of Swords. Okay, so that's bittersweet victory, right? I feel like, 2023, whew, that was a time of growth. It was a 7-year, and it's a time of growth and defending oneself. And it's funny because in a bittersweet victory, it's like a battle, right? There's a winner and there's somebody who doesn't win. Therefore, somebody's defending themselves. But it's also about aligning yourself. It's also about opportunities. So I feel like, with the Five of Swords, it's like you had to defend yourself and maybe even have a couple victories. It's like when you're battling against people that and still, trying to reach the top, it sucks. Like I said, there's a winner and there's somebody that doesn't win, and it's bittersweet if you know them, and I feel like you had those. You're like, fighting for survival, defending yourself. It was bittersweet but you learned the lessons, right? And that's what makes it, all the more victorious. The lessons become the blessings. So anyway, it's all about communication too. But we're getting past that. That's the underlying energy. What's scales? Keep your life in balance as we move from Pluto into Aquarius for the general collective. What's the scales? Keep your life in balance for our general collective. Scales for our general collective. Thank you. Ace of Swords. So that's amazing. Aces are gifts from the universe. And so, and again, swords are all about communication. It's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Love that. So, and it's a card of truth and a card of justice. Also a card of victory. So, and again, looking ahead, we see success and happiness. So I already love this. What's Cup? You should accept valid criticism. What's that about? Okay. Well, I'll take all three then, spirits. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We've got the Eight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then we've got the Tower. That's Scorpio energy. So, so I'll explain each card first and then how it all blends together. Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who is very good at balancing house, home, business, finance. She's all about her material things, material wealth. But she also is very resourceful. She takes care of what she has. She's got a grounding energy. She's generally very grounded. But what I see is some indecision and some uncertainty and stress, overthinking big time. And could be, how to obtain this type of wealth, or maybe there's been a disruption in the way to gain material wealth, or something having to do with business. And why Spirit is saying you should accept valid criticism is, to get out of that situation, right? So I feel like, this is what you've been dealing with, is some kind of like anxiety, stress, concern, over, material wealth, just material things in general. Like this rules all material things. And that includes like just the day-to-day, anything that money touches, right? That's this card here, and how to handle and balance all of that. We're going into an auspicious time, right? We don't know what the economy is going to be like. There's wars going on, big wars. I mean, there's always wars, but big wars, and it's serious, and we're looking for harmony and peace as we move forward, right? But that's what we're worrying about right now. And so how do we get past that? Well, I mean, accept valid criticism in our day-to-day lives, right? I mean, we can't, all just on a personal level find, a solution for world peace, but that's what we're striving for. If everybody works on getting out of this Eight of Swords stressed out mindset, looking at the bigger picture. Anyway, I digress. There's been chaos. There's been a crumbling of, your entity or your situations down to a foundation. But the bright side of this card, I'm not afraid of this card, me being a Scorpio. Because once everything kind of crumbles down to the ground, you have the opportunity to build it up again from a more stable foundation in a stronger type of way. And that's where Pluto and Aquarius is going to be beautiful for us, because instead of overthinking everything, we're going to, we're going to have new technologies and, new ways of building things. And as I look forward, we've got success. It's as we reach for the stars and go for our dreams. But just in the present moment, this is literally the present moment. If somebody's worried, we're worried about, how we're going to get there and, what could potentially happen. Not all tower moments are a bad thing, though. They're not. So I feel like our fears and our worry is what could potentially hold us back the most, right? All right. What's success? What is success for our general collective? That was fast. So we've got Page, which is Pisces. We just moved from Pisces. Is it from Pisces to Aquarius? Something like that. But Page of Cups, this is about newness, new things, new relationships, also like babies. It's like a new generation. And then we've got the moon. This is Pisces energy, Pisces Cancer energy. And this talks about cycles ending and new cycles beginning. But again, the moon is a reference to the universe, to the stars, to space, if you will. And this also talks about secrets that haven't yet bubbled up to the surface, but they're there. It's like hidden secrets. So you could be hearing information of, hidden secrets, hidden pregnancies, things like that. But I think also more, this is like just newness altogether. Anything having to do with, emotions and happiness, and it could deal with children. Could absolutely deal with children. And here's the thing, like our kids are so technologically advanced. Each generation is just smarter and smarter. So I feel like, maybe even this next generation, they're going to be a complete success when it comes to technology. We have to support our children 100%. I don't want to say all of them, they are smarter than us. Each generation just gets smarter and smarter. I'll just leave it at that. We have to leave them a planet, a healthy planet, so that they can thrive in success. So what's flowers and happiness for the general collective? What's flowers and happiness for the general? Thank you. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of happiness and emotions and feelings. So this is water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You could have that strong in your chart somewhere, or be dealing with somebody who does. But I feel like this is you. This is just, we're going to be, they've always said, like, even that song, The Age of Aquarius, The Age of Aquarius. I can't sing right now. It's super late. But anyway, it's about happiness and different forms of unity and different forms of community, and even love and relationships. You're going to see a lot more, like polyamorous relationships and like just all different, variations of the ways that people are living together, a lot more communal living. And it's not culty or anything like that. I mean, some of them are, but this is more just figuring out better ways of living and survival for what works. It's not going to be set to, well, the church says this and that it should only be a man and a woman and 3. No, it's like, if there's 2 best friends and all their children and they want to live on a plot of land and raise farm animals, then let them. Like, to me, that sounds like a dream sometimes, So it's just going to be a lot more, it's like having a higher perspective, a broader perspective, way of thinking, so to speak, on ways people are going to be having their relationships, platonic, romantic, all of that. But it's going to bring, forward a whole period of happiness. And that's what people have been forecasting. Astrologers and philosophers have been forecasting for years and years. I feel like some of us are still kind of stuck in, for those who are still stuck, like not awaking, it's like, it's fearful. They have anxiety about it. People have nightmares about it when they're not ready, when they're not prepared. I want to clarify these real quick. Where are we at on time? Okay. So let's clarify. What is the scales with the Ace of Swords for our general collective? That's too many, maybe? I'm going to take it. Those are good cards. Okay. So clarifying the scales with the Ace of Swords. We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is, well, I'll start with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is happy home, happy life, happy wife. It's everything that you could strive for as far as emotional fulfillment with like a family atmosphere. Excuse me. Sorry. I was trying to decide, is Spirit trying to have me not say something? I just had a frog in my throat. So Ten of Cups is ultimate happiness. This is what we're striving for. This is what we're looking for. And again, like I was just saying it, philosophers and astrologers and everybody for some time have been saying the age of Aquarius is about this type of energy. It's just like happiness, unity, one big happy family type of energy, right? That's what this is. And that's the truth with the Ace of Swords. But then we've got the Two of Swords. There are going to be decisions, and some of these like blind decisions. Notice how in this card, her eyes are covered and she has to make a decision based on all of her other senses. And I feel like we're almost going to be developing like a sixth sense? Yeah, sixth sense for those of us who don't have a sixth sense. But that's what this is about, awakening, right? It's like about knowing things without having to use your eyes. That's what this is, because swords are about communication, and communication also includes telepathy. Also, I feel like this is a strong card for meditation. She's kind of like, she almost looks like she's at peace as she's just sitting there. It's almost like an exercise, a meditative exercise. And it's going to be a time of victory and like passionate energy. Wands are about passion. This is passion towards people, but it is also passion towards what you're passionate about, work, career, finance, passion projects even. And I feel like, this, we're entering, riding on our horse, entering a time of just what it is that we're supposed to be striving for in order to keep our lives in balance is, this happiness. Okay. And it'll be a time of deep intuitive thinking as people wake up, for sure. So what is the cup? You should accept valid criticism having to do with, managing our money, being on top of our finances, taking ourselves out of this worry. And the Tower, what is this about, Spirit? What is cup about for the general collective? The Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and Tower. Thank you. Two of Cups. So, Two of Cups with the cup. That's interesting. So the Two of Cups is all about relationships. And in this card, it's interesting. This is, two females exchanging cups. So like I was saying earlier, you should accept valid criticism. There'll be people, having plenty to say, especially as it comes to same-sex relationships and different ways of living, regardless of what they are. And I feel like this is a time of breaking free from that overthinking energy, worrying about what everybody thinks. It's like letting go of our inhibitions, doing what works for the house, home, family, and business, the way you bring in money. It's breaking free from this energy, from that fear and anxiety. That's like it's a mental prison when you worry about what everybody else thinks. But I feel like relationships are going to come to the forefront. And it just, it's just Spirit saying you should accept valid criticism, maybe from your friends, family, and loved ones, right? So what's success with the Page of Cups and the Moon? Wow. Okay, so that jumped out immediately. It's the Eight of Cups. We've got more feelings and emotions. The Eight of Cups talks about us walking away from relationships, things that don't emotionally fulfill us. But what's interesting is when you walk away from something, you're walking towards something else. What we're walking towards is the success, right? I feel especially our younger generation understands this the most. I also feel like I just did a full moon reading for all the full moons of 2024. It's the what's in store for the full moons of 2024. And moons are a time where the full moons are a time where, information tends to come out, like secrets become unleashed, they bubble up to the surface, just like the full moon card, right? And I feel like this is somebody walking towards the truth. And this truth is going to help our younger people, our younger generations, really be able to reach a level of success. I'm seeing like walking away from these fears, these anxieties, and just living more successful, happy lives, living more freedom, I like that. I like the energy a lot. So what's flowers with the Queen of Cups for our general collective? What's flowers for the Queen of Cups? Now, the Queen of Cups, she can also be very dramatic, but she's deeply intuitive. Deeply intuitive. Okay, this is so funny. This is that same card, the Nine of Swords. So because deeply intuitive, she can also almost have be a prisoner of her mind, right? From deep intuitive thinking. I want to get one more on the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Cups with flowers. I just noticed too, there's flowers on the bed sheet here. What's Queen of Cups with the Nine of Swords? Thank you. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands, he's the King of Wands is a very energetic and passionate person. He can be a passionate lover. He also can be a very passionate and wise business person because wands are about passion towards people, relationships and whatnot. It can be platonic and or romantic, but also the Wands and passion can be towards what you're passionate about: work, career, finance, passion projects even. Now, this Queen of Cups, King of Wands, everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them. So this could be a couple coming together where it's a feminine energy and a masculine energy. There could still be some fear or depression or anxiety around, that type of traditional relationship. Or I could see, like this could be one person with, these feminine qualities of, the emotions and feelings, but also have these masculine qualities of the King of Wands. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And this is somebody who's just passionate and business savvy. And to be honest with you, that's the kind of energy that I see, that I would imagine somebody having, going for your dreams. You have to have that emotional, that like passion is an emotion, first of all, right? But it's like going for your dreams is like watery, dreamy, right? Dreams are a very watery, mysterious type of energy. But then you've got reaching for the stars, and that's action, that's passion. And so that's the King of Wands energy. So it's like your feminine and your masculine energies combined. Now, the Nine of Swords is just, I feel like this is just like fear, anxiety, nightmares, maybe even sleepless nights, just due to, up all night dreaming and, working on your goals. Like I'm sitting here up at the, 2:30 in the morning doing a reading just because I can't sleep, and I had this on my mind and I wanted to do this because I'm passionate about what I do. So, but it brings me happiness. And I think ultimately that's what this is going to do. I definitely want people to pay attention to their sleep, make sure they get enough rest. But I do see, nothing but success and happiness. So underneath the deck, we've got the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is somebody who's been through the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs. They're very wise. And it's because they're knowledgeable. They make great leaders. And again, it's Wands, passion. So they're very passionate about what they do, but they're tired, right? They are almost at the end of a cycle. And if they just get one more wand, they can put down the burdens and start a new cycle. So I feel like this is where many of us feel like we're at right now. And while this is the very beginning of Pluto and Aquarius, this is us. We're the warriors. We've made it this far, right? And once Pluto and Aquarius really goes into full effect in November, like I said, it'll be like November 19th, I believe it is. And that's when it's in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Like that'll be our new cycle, new official cycle. But right now, this is, us having just, January, getting back to the basics. It's like, and solid foundation, success with effort, making the effort. Look, and then we've got flowers. We've got another rose, and there was roses on the bed here. It's like romance. This says romance is in the air. So you could be coming into a relationship as well with this King of Wands and Queen of Cups for those of you who are single. But don't stress over it. You don't need to stress over it. Let it happen. Let that kind of stuff happen. Yeah, we're going to be look, Six of Pentacles, balancing our money, our finances. We're looking at new cycles, endings and beginnings with the world. Love that energy. Strength. I love this, guys. I love this so much. This is Leo energy. But with the Strength card, it also has that little infinity symbol. This is an 8-year. 2024 is an 8-year. 2 + 0 + 2 + 4 is 8. It means what goes around comes around. What comes around goes around, right? It's also fuck around and find out. But, last year was a 7-year, and it was, growing, planting the seeds and, cultivating everything, growing, learning from the lessons. This year, it's our time for harvest, It's a year of karma. What we planted last year is what we reaped is what we're sowing now. So, yes, love that. All right, so now we're going to pull Now we're going to pull a metaphysical cannabis oracle. General collective. What do we have? So underneath the deck, we have Arziki Dabaran, and the card means gratitude. It's having a sense of gratitude, being grateful for what we have, what we have to look forward to. Top of the deck, nature is Susie. So I was saying earlier, like, looking at success here and what we're leaving for our future generations, we need to, look back and get back into nature. Number one, nature helps us ground. It helps literally getting into nature, not only helps us ground, but it helps us ascend. Connecting with nature, that's how we really click back into our lost ancient DNA, and download messages of our ancestors. And that's by connecting with nature and learning the ways of the old, right? So this also has a lot to do with, they've got pictures of fruit and stuff on here. We're going to read this. I just want to show you the card so you can see it. And gratitude, I love this picture of gratitude. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like one of those globe things, and it spins every which way. And it works in perfect unison. But then it also looks like there's a picture of ancient Egyptians with cannabis leaf. Arziki Dabaran. All right, so let's see what gratitude in nature. Being grateful for what we're given in nature. We're going to read gratitude first. Okay. Oh, Arziki 40. Somebody could be 40 years old. 4 plus 0 equals 4, and that talks about stability, foundation, home. That could be a big theme for some of you. So Arziki Dabaran measures the variables of energy coming from you. So that's what this big circular thing is. It measures energy. So the wheel resembles the teaching of the cosmograms and medicine wheel. Following the sun, we enter the wheel in the east and exit the wheel in the west. The north and south represent our ascension and descension within the extremes of the wheel vortex. This is so very Aquarius type of energy, right? So the oracle of rebirth rises on one side of the wheel, as does the oracle of chaos rises down the other, showing that not always will you want a situation to last and vice versa. But that is the cycle of life. Life is a constant change in luck, relationships, finances, homes, lifestyle. How do you react to change is the key here. Do you fall into chaos or rise? Guys, this is what I was talking about. As we're having these massive changes through different forms of lifestyles and living, it's how are you going to deal with it? This is under the cup. You should accept valid criticism. It's if you have worries, fears, and anxieties, and you're overthinking everything, then yeah, it could create a tower moment. I said that earlier. It's based on what you think. Otherwise, it's if you accept it, it's going to be successful. There is a better way. So when this card emerges, it reminds you that each event in your life could be a blessing. Maybe you just got through your dark night of the soul, and this card is a reassurance that the sun is shining. You are loved, guided, and protected in all ways, always. If Arziki Dabaran has come into your spread today, ask yourself, how do I react to change? Do I meet opportunities when presented with them, or do I make excuses to resist the change? So this is the underlying energy. And this is the question that Spirit is posing to you as we move from Pluto into Aquarius, right? Or Pluto into Aquarius. How do you react to change? Because we are about to have a lot of them. And I mean a lot. So I love this. Now let's look into nature. What is Isuzu? This is the energy that you're going to be confronted with the most, okay? '96. Somebody could be born in 1996. Somebody could be born in 1969. Okay. Isuzu, or no, I'm sorry. Osozi is known as the magician of the forest. Okay, immediately the magician in the tarot deck has that little symbol, the infinity symbol over his head. And it's the 8 symbol. Again, what goes around comes around. And it's an 8 year. So shooting left-handed as he stands tall, drawing back an arrow on his bow. At his feet are forest plants, including the sacred cannabis plant. Asozi teaches that plants offer spiritual cleansing through herbal baths, jewelry, and remedies that can show us collectively and individually what the future may hold. His body is sculpted as a hunter and tracker with bright blue accents on his dark melanated skin. The tips of his arrows are like blue lapis lazuli, along with the feather atop his head, an entire crown piece that sits with a large lapis on his third eye. Nature will provide symbols at every turn for you to gain more insight. So, Spirit is saying, seek your answers from nature. Watch nature. Nature holds the answers. Weather patterns, learning herbal medicines, getting back to holistic health. Like, we were put on this planet with everything that we already needed. All the plants, all of the science, like all of that coming from the earth. You know, these clinically and made and chemically made pharmaceuticals, arguments are, yes, obviously they're made from things, that had to have been developed from the earth at some point. It just doesn't happen out of magic, out of the air, right? But they're synthesized. So what this is talking about is getting back into nature, to actual, like, the roots, like farming. And, maybe we're going to see advances in farming technology, and but getting away from the things like bioengineerically fixed foods and ingredients, and I don't know how to say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like, I do know that we have to keep our minds open for things like, we're already seeing like a lot of bugs being consumed and cricket powder. Oh, it's getting late. So sorry. Like cricket powder and things like that. And we have to keep an open mind to things like that. We will be seeing a lot more of it. But for many of us, it's just a matter of getting back to the basics, right? Getting back to the basics. And getting back into nature, learning, what the different plants and, like foraging and things like that, the different things that you can eat. It's going to be, better for us in the long run anyway. So I digress. That's what this is talking about. Get back into nature, look into healthier foods, your healthier diets, whatever it is and however it is that you see yourself, getting better in any way, whether that's, health, fitness, mental, relationships, communal living, all of that. Go for your dreams, reach for the stars, keep your life in balance, make sure you accept valid criticism. And by doing those things, keeping a very open mind as we move Pluto into Aquarius, you're going to see success and happiness. I mean, it's a very beautiful reading, and I know it encompasses a lot, but that's what the age of Aquarius is about. It's everybody expanding their minds, opening up their hearts with gratitude. So that's what I have for you. I really like this message. I hope that you as the general collective have as well. If you guys are interested in personal readings, you can check out your signs. I do readings for all the signs. It's free. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You can find all of that information in the description below this video, and ways to get a hold of me if you're interested in a personal reading. Otherwise, as you know, it's together we grow. So I always enjoy sharing this time and energy and space with you. I look forward to reading for you again in the near future. And I will see you on the flip side. Y'all have a fantastic 2024. Peace.